Welcome to the Custom Card Reviews. And I am going to go back to the one of my very first archetypes that I ever made in Dueling Book thing. All these cards are on Dueling Book, so yeah. So we got, to kick things off, is Dark Fiends archetype. The Dark Fiends, if I remember correctly, usually sometimes I do, but yeah, they all have unique effects. Basically, like, they all are, or some of them are treated as their, like, world home counterpart. Or, and some are just, like, I put together real fast. Some have unique effects of if they were, like if this card was fusion with a monster, and it gains the, it can attack directly and it's unaffected by card effects and can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So then, like this one, it would be like if it was synchro with a monster, it is unaffected by card effects, and then this one, if it was yeah, so because some of these have like bring out their boss monster of ultimate one, or the their not only one. So because first was they had this, or they have a spell card that is called Dark Fiend Calling that sacrifices the XYZ monster to ultimate summon one and Herm. So basically, yeah. And then there was a Link monster needs doesn't need like specific cards like this card, and it can tribute one unstoppable Dark Fiend monster of materials from anywhere to the extra deck, and then you can link summon to bring up this. So there's two possible options. There's their main boss monster, like the extra deck ones, and then there's this one that needs its specific spell card to bring out the puppet head of the dark. Yeah. So some of these cards are pretty broken. Like, I'll read you the Link Monsters effect. So it requires 4 Dark Fiend monsters, or a Puppet of Darkness spell card. When this card is Link summoned, you can special summon 1 Dark Fiend monster from your graveyard or battlestone or deck to your field and to use this card. Earn points to. And if this card is linked with a monster, you can draw 4 cards from the top of your deck to your hand, and then make this link number become 12 on the field. And if this card is sent to the grave, you can inflict damage to this for each Dark Fiend card from the graveyard or battlefield. Yeah. So then we got, yeah. Because some of these cards are pretty broken, like this one needs a specific spell card to bring out. And yeah, like some of these have like relive is like once per turn during your opponent's turn. Yeah. So all this cards. So yeah. So all these cards have unique effects. But I only picked some, like 2. I think I chose 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and 5. So I'm only picking 5 from one of the categories. So I picked this one. So I already read them to you. So yeah. And then the next one is actually from the fusion. I only have to choose 5 of them. So we got Volcanic. Yeah. A Go thing of flames. Yeah. So it requires like the lizard type and a volcanic shell. Oh, or I know what it was. It was that normal monster, I think. Give me a minute. Yes, I was wrong. It was the effect monster where you control one, and if you control a spellcaster monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle, or by card effects and sent to the grave, you can special summon one. Yeah. So, but I took the volcanic shells effects and I fused them both together. So yeah. And yeah, this card's name is treated as that alright. On the field or graveyard or battlefield, you can also fusion summon this card by discarding one spellcaster monster or spellcaster from your deck or hand to the graveyard, because usually my hand's always empty. And then if this card is fusion summon or special summon, you can inflict damage to your opponent's life points, and yeah. So then we got Tune Volcanic of Flames. Tune monster and plus, or actually 1 Tune monster and 1 Volcanic monster. And yeah, this card is a searcher, like searches out 2 spell cards, and yeah. So that was 2, and the third one that I'll pick is the Fairies' House of the Antique Mirror. Trap card. If your opponent activates your card effect that targets excluded one thing on the field, target another card that would been and apply. Yeah. So then, yeah. So then if this card, or if the defense mode monster was summoned by your opponent is 0 or higher, then a monster or monsters is automatically gets destroyed. If it does, their effects are negated until the end of your third turn, and if your opponent declares an attack while this card is in your graveyard or battlefield, you can shovel this card into the deck, negate that attack, and make it the end phase. So yeah. So that was 1, 2, 3. Now we're on to the number 4 will be Gear Knight of the Magical Barrel. So, yeah. It's dark level 8, I believe. But let me check. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not level 9, sorry. If either player equips so it's basically has the similar effect as Gear Free, the Iron Knight, to mixed with the Spellcasters, Masters, Magical Valen, or whatever her name is, and plus it also has the barrel, or like I think Champion Barrel. I think that's what. I really don't remember that card too well, so that's why. It has once per turn. You can target one face-up card monster your opponent controls. It loses 4,000 attack for each monster your opponent controls. If it does, then banish it then banish that selected monster to the banish zone. You take no damage from battles involving this card. So yeah. And then we got let's count how many from this category. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth and final one will be, because I did 5 plus 5, or I'm doing I already did 5, but the other one, so this will be the 10th one. So it's called Zygo Force of Dark. It's an Earth type, because it's a level 8. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So it's a spellcaster. I know that I was gonna make it warrior, but then I was like, I don't want this card to be searched out. And plus, if I use it in the same deck as the Gear Knight of it only protects the spellcaster monsters. So yeah, then. So if this card is selected for an attacks, so basically if it was, yeah, because I know in Custom Card Guy, Custom Card Guys one, he made videos of new support for, or custom support for ones that like the like test hands and the like these like this stuff. No? So yeah. So and this is a question for you all. If if somehow me and him decided to duel each others, the my he fusion monsters, like the mix up of like this one with like this one and this one, because it would be like the challenge of like who would be the best fusion monsters, like who would be the best like creativity ones, not the like, oh, I'm gonna base this creature off of like, yeah. So because I think with my trap horse or trap seahorse lady can blow up the competition away with like it's with her effect, basically like increase the life or attack points of water or wind or light monsters by 500 for each of either player's draw phase. So including herself, because she's a water monster and she can like basically, if you tribute summon the monster, so basically the has similar effect as one or almost all the cards that needs to be like, this card is treated as two monsters, and this card is treated as three monsters. So this one is treated as three monsters. So then, if your opponent activates a card effect from anywhere, while this card is in your graveyard or battle zone, you can special summon this card from anywhere to your field in attack mode. Negate that trap card, or like, yeah, from anywhere. If it does, then banish that trap card. Yeah, I said trap card. Yeah, earn to the ban zone. You can only use this effect for once per turn. You take no damage from battles involving this card. So yeah. So then we got Cyber Magician Ladies of the Jar. And it's a flip effect monster where this card gains 600 attack points and defense points for each wind and dark monsters on the field or either player's graveyard. So basically, once they are flipped, they destroy all cards from the field except this card. Both players reveal the top 10 cards from their decks, then special summon the revealed monsters, like basically level 4 or lower, or in the face up defense mode or face down defense mode. Also at, yeah. So it basically has the similar effects as the like, yeah. So that was all of the So, my fusion deck, well, if this was an actual deck, huh, I can easily bring out, like, I could use, like, this guy to, because he's a hand trap thing. If your opponent declares an attack or activates any card effects, you can discard this card from your hand, make the battle damage or effect damage inflicts to your life points become by 3 of your opponent's cards to 0. If this card is in your graveyard, shuffle this card into the deck, draw 4 cards from the top of your deck, and yeah. So, yeah. So most of these cards are pretty powerful. And plus, like, this one is, like, if you have a spell card, Electric Chains, or the Chain Electric thing, if you use that card, like this one with the Chain Energy one, you can use the... So basically your opponent can't do nothing. They will only, like, they only have to do, like, add... If you had 2 of these and you activate that, you only lost a couple of your life points. But when you activate it from your graveyard urn, then your opponent can do nothing. Like, does nothing. So, yeah. So, please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and if this video gets less than 1 like, or more than 1 like, I might start doing one of the YouTubers that I could think of. So, if he's not busy. So, you know which one I'm talking about. Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes. Bye.